It's common for young adults to share a roof and split the rent. Now, like the Golden Girls, a growing number of older Americans are choosing to move in together. They are known as Boomer Roomies. Vinita Nair looks at how it's changed two women's lives.
Have you done that already?
I did.
67-year-old Dina Wilcox and 68-year-old Ann Fry are not just roommates, they're best friends. But there is one title neither of them can stand.
I'm sure by now you've heard this term boomer roomies.
I don't particularly like that term too much. Boomer roomies. Do you like that term?
No, I hate the term.
Yeah.
The pair, who often finish each other's sentences, have lived together in this 1,200-square-foot apartment in Harlem for the past 2 years. Dina on one side,
I have an office area, and then I have a bedroom area.
and Ann on the other. But just a few years ago, they barely knew each other. Dina was living alone after her husband's death, having downsized from a big house in the suburbs to a 2-bedroom apartment in New York. She met Ann at a learning seminar. She was divorced and new to New York. Then Dina heard Ann talking about her battle with breast cancer and how she could no longer afford her rent because of her medical bills. On a whim, she asked Ann to move in.
And the next thing I knew, I was running down the block after her, calling her.
And I started to cry, and I said, this isn't going to work. I'd have to sell everything I have and move into this one little bedroom with only one closet. And within a day or two, I think I came back and I said I'd be foolish not to move in here.
Dina and Ann are part of a growing number of older Americans sharing apartments and houses. Linda Hoffman, president of the New York Foundation for Senior Citizens, says applications for senior roommates in New York have tripled over the past 6 years. She says sharing finances is not the only motivation for seniors.
I think it can be very lonely and it can cause depression if one is unable to get out as often as possible. There are individuals who have no family, and this is sort of a situation where built-in friendships can occur.
These ladies not only share rent and household chores, they also share a message. They started a blog called SeniorFlatmates.com with the hope that other seniors can benefit from what they've learned.
I think we feel probably closer to each other than we do to a lot of other people in our lives.
It adds a richness that I cannot even describe. Someone will be here to talk to and to share stuff with and to go out for a glass of wine with.
The current lease is 1 year.
Yes.
Is this a lifelong situation?
The plan that we're making now for when the lease ends is that we're going to look for another apartment together if we don't stay here. So it's just we make it up as we go along.
It is open-ended.
It's just life.
But life is open-ended.
Right.
So your meeting went well?
Both ladies say they would love to meet a man and get married once again. But until that happens, they have each other. For CBS This Morning, Vinita Nair, Harlem.
Friendship is so important.
Oh man, it is. I love that story.
Yeah. You two maybe thinking about being boomer roomies?
If I could have my own TV and bathroom.
Yeah.